Dana here, and today we're going to talk about a toe-up cast-on, and I'm going to show you the method that I use to cast on toe-up socks so that the toe is seamless, because it's pretty uncomfortable to have a seam rubbing against your toes on the inside of your sock. So the method I use is Judy's Magic Cast-On, and I don't typically knit toe-up socks, and one of the reasons is that I find the cast-on fiddly. And maybe it's because I learned cuff down first, I don't know, but so it's certainly not going to be as elegant as when Judy shows you. So what I'll do is I will include a link to Judy herself and her tutorial video in the notes down below. So the first thing that we're going to need is you're going to need whatever needles you're using to make your socks, whether they be DPNs, a magic loop, or 2 circs. You won't be able to cast on using a 9-inch circ. You just won't have enough leverage with the cord. So if you're planning to knit the sock with a 9-inch circ, you're going to need something else for cast on purposes like DPNs or magic loop. So I have my yarn and I have my needles, and I've got my needles parallel to each other and parallel to the table. So I've got a top needle and a bottom needle, and I'm going to put my yarn over the top needle with the tail in front, okay? Then what we're going to do, the only thing you really have to remember about toe-up cast-on is the important thing is that the bottom needle always gets a stitch from the top yarn, and the top needle always gets a stitch from the bottom yarn. So what I'm going to do is, this counts as my first stitch, so 1, 2, 3, because the loop was the first stitch, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And you'll notice that my needle stayed the same, and it was my hand that I maneuvered to create the stitches. So I'm going to do it one more time, and this time the video will be slowed down so that you can see it more closely. So now I have 20 stitches because I'm working the smallest size, so I should have 10 on each needle. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this tail tightly while I turn my needles to the right so that I can begin knitting. So I'm going to start knitting on my top needle. And once I knit that first stitch, I'm able to let go of the tail because it's now secured. Now, one of your rows, just because of the nature of twisting, your stitches will be twisted. The leg will be in the right leg will be in the back of the stitch instead of the front. And that's okay, you just knit those stitches through the back loop and straighten them out for your next round. So that's half of my stitches knit. And that's our first round complete. And you can see that it's a perfect knit stitches on the front and purl bumps on the back so that there will be no seam. And now we're ready to start our increases, which I will show you in the next video.